Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Check This Out. On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Nostalgia Concession Vintage Professional Popcorn Cart with the 8-ounce kettle. Now, I've had this one for about 5 years, but as of this filming, it was still available on Amazon. If it's not available, they do have some other options by the same company that's a little bit cheaper, and one of them even has a candy dispenser in it. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Right now, let's go over and look at some of the features of the cart. It's served me pretty well over the last 5 years, and it's great for when you're binge watching movies, which we've probably had a lot of with everything going on in the world right now. So anyhow, let's take a look at it, look at the features, look at the build of it, and see what we have, and then maybe make some popcorn. The overall build of this machine is really pretty good. It advertises as having tempered glass doors, and this here is made out of plexiglass. It's not tempered glass at all. Now, they may have changed it since the time I bought this one, but I heard a lot of complaints on the reviews saying that no, it's not tempered glass, it's plexiglass. The kettle itself is really easy to take out and clean. All you have to do is unplug it, lift it out, tilt it forward off the gear that drives the impeller on the inside. And it's all solid stainless steel, inside and out. And for cleaning, all you have to do is remove these 3 screws right here. And they will not fall to the inside. They are fixed in place. Take them out just like that, and lift the top off of it. That's it. That's all you have to do to it. Just wipe out the inside. As you can see, it's stayed pretty nice over the years. Cleans up very easily. The drive gear seems to be some type of a plastic or high temperature plastic or nylon here. It has a brass bushing on the top, and it has a brass bushing in the base. As you can see, it spins really easy. Had no problem with it seizing up over the last 5 years. It's worked very, very well. Putting it back in is pretty easy. You just take these 2 little points here and put them right into the arms, and then you tilt it back into place, and it engages the drive gear in the top of it. Then you plug in your cord, open up the lid, put in your oil, your popcorn. Has a light here. This light is not just to see what's going on inside, it's a heat lamp. And also the base of it gets warm also. I didn't really know that when I bought it. But there is a, down here in the base, there is some type of a heater also. And it helps keep the popcorn warm from the bottom and from the top. So after you turn the motor off and the heater, the popcorn still stays warm with a heating element in the bottom and in the top. Also in the front of it here is a nice little tray to catch your kernels that didn't pop. What I like to do is, after I've popped the corn, I like just moving it around a little bit in the bottom and let any loose kernels that got to the bottom, fall down into the tray. And then when you're serving it up, you don't tend to get as much unpopped kernels. All right, we'll go over some of the specs now as to how big this thing is. Also, I wanted to mention that the whole top of this unit lifts off also. So if you want to take it outside to a party or something, you don't want to take the whole cart with you, the whole top of this lifts off and it has little rubber feet on it, and you can set it right on a table then. On top of being easily removable for the countertop, it also has a convenient door in the bottom where you can store your popcorn, your oil, salt, whatever you need, and a nice little side shelf too for setting your popcorn containers and serving things up. The Nostalgia Vintage Popcorn Cart measures 53.5 inches tall, 17.5 inches deep, and without the shelf, 24.5 inches wide. The capacity of the kettle is 8 ounces of unpopped popcorn, and the capacity to right about the bottom of the kettle is right around 34 cups of popped popcorn. So that's plenty enough for movie night for most people. And if not, it doesn't take that long to make up another batch and keep it replenished in there. Now I say we make up some popcorn. Let's see how it actually works. What I usually like to do is start off with the oil and get that warmed up before I put the popcorn in. So let's open it up. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. You can use as little as a tablespoon. I think that would still work. I just like that little bit of coconut flavor on mine. But you're free to use any kind of oil you want. I wouldn't really recommend butter because that kettle gets pretty hot and it might scorch it. If you're going to put butter on it, I'd do that afterwards. Then after the oil, I take, this is Flavacol. This is the stuff that they use in the movie theater. It's very cheap and it's also very salty. I only use about 3/4 of a teaspoon. You can adjust it to your own taste, but I think that a teaspoon makes the batch pretty darn salty. You can always add more to it yourself. It's a real fine popcorn salt. I'll put a link in the description down below for you. Okay, let's close up the lid now. Turn on the heating unit. It'll start spinning and warming everything up. Once it's nice and hot and the oil's starting to smoke a little bit, then we'll go ahead and put our popcorn in. Alright. We'll get that in there. There it goes. Close up the lid. Okay, there we go. I use Orville Redenbacher whole kernel popcorn. It just seems to do the best. I get the least amount of unpopped kernels with it. Now what we're going to do is let it run there for a little bit. In a couple minutes we'll have popcorn. I hear some popping going on. I hope the camera's picking it up. It's going pretty crazy in there. Oh, there we go. That looks fantastic. Nothing smells and really looks that good sitting in an entertainment room, rec room, man cave, whatever, and seeing this going on here. Doesn't really take all that long. And when the popping slows down to about 2 or 3 seconds between pops, we can open it up, turn the motor off. You got a nice little handle here. I usually disconnect the power and tilt it over just like so. Knock the rest of the popcorn out of there. As you can see there, it makes quite a bit. That filled that about halfway to the bottom of the kettle. One more batch and you'll have about 32 cups in there. There, we'll take a look at the popcorn. Absolutely beautiful, light, fluffy, but a lot of that's due to the Orville Redenbacher. I think he has the best. The smell is fantastic. That Flavacol makes it just lightly salty, has a slight butter flavor to it, and the whole room smells just like a movie theater. It is fantastic. Now if you need to make another batch, the only thing I would do is just make sure that everything is emptied out of the kettle. Go ahead and put in some more oil, some more popcorn. But I would highly suggest you don't touch anything on that kettle because it is blazing hot. This little handle here, fine. This little one, fine. Even the lid itself, it's a thin aluminum. It doesn't get too hot. But the kettle itself, yeah, make as many batches as you need. And then please let that thing cool off all the way before you do any final cleaning to it. Now let's take a look where you can get it. Just before I decided to start filming this video, the red one was available, but they wanted like $329 for it off some third-party vendors. But there are some other options available, and the price is a little bit better. We'll take a look at it here. There is a black one. It's the exact same thing. It's just in black. And this one here is selling for $199. There you can see that some places want $349, $349. That's about what they wanted for the red one. You can save $150 if you don't mind the black one. And to tell you the truth, the black with the all the bronze accents and the gold lettering on it and stuff, I think is really pretty nice. But there's also another one I ran across when I was getting ready to do this video. This one right here. This one here is a white and gold, but here it's only $5 more than the black one. But take a look at this. It has a candy machine built into the side of it. You can put, like, I believe it's 10 ounces of 3 different types of candies in there. And I don't even think it takes any coins. No, by the looks of it, you just turn the knob and get instant satisfaction. I think that would be fantastic. If you look at the other side of it, it still has the door for holding all of your supplies and stuff. Now you would have to have it in an area where you can access both sides of the machine. Or either don't care about the door and have the candy machine facing out. You would have to be able to get to all sides of it. Mine I have kind of up against the wall. I just need to get to the door for the supplies. But there's how the candy dispenser works right there. You can bring it out, fill it up, and just slide it right back into place. I think that's pretty cool, and for $5 more to get 3 candy dispensers, that's not bad at all. I hope this price stays the same for you whenever you go to see this. Now also you can use this for dispensing your popcorn. Here's a multicolor, a white, the yellow Orville Redenbacher type. So you can dispense candy, or it looks pretty cool having different types of popcorn shown in there too. Now this thing does include a measuring cup for the popcorn, holds 8 ounces. And there's also a spoon, a tablespoon, for putting in however many tablespoons of oil you think you want in it. Got the side shelf, storage compartment, and you can see the candy there in the back. They share the same compartment. Makes the compartment a little bit smaller with the candy machine, but hey, I think it's worth it. So there we go. There's some of the features of the Nostalgia 8-ounce professional popcorn cart. Makes 32 cups. And if you have some type of entertainment room, I think this would make a great addition. Yeah, does a whirly pop do just as good of a job for a whole lot less money? Yeah, it does. If I don't feel like firing up the popcorn machine, I get the whirly pop out, and it's a fantastic popcorn popper. It has an agitator on the top and a handle, and you spin it around. It does the same thing this one does. Moves the popcorn around on the inside, except the heat is provided by your stovetop instead of an electric heating element. I'll put a link to the whirly pop down there too if you're really not in the market for such a big piece of furniture to add to a rec room or something, or an entertainment center. That's fine too. I would suggest the whirly pop. It does a fantastic job, and I think it even has less pop kernels than what the Nostalgia popcorn popper does. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped provide some information, give you a little bit on the longevity of it. Like I said, I've had mine probably about 5 years now, and it still seems to be going strong. Have not had any problems with it. Good build quality, pretty decent machine overall. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Check This Out, and we'll see you next time.